When last we left, we had just done the character layouts for this scene 4 of the guy sitting at the table, grab a glass of water, drink it. What I did next was I did a blue pencil drawing of the background, which is a window, a toaster, a countertop, a sink, cabinets. And then I cleaned that up in black pencil, like so. Indicate that this is window glass here. Everything else is pretty self-explanatory. Backsplash tiles. And then you'll notice the table is not here. You put the table on an overlay like this, and you tell BG Paint this is a table. Might want to write kitchen table. Then they know exactly how to paint it. The glass he's going to pick up, you have to make a separate level for that. Call it a glass of water so that the prop department knows they have to design a glass that has liquid in it. Now put that on the sheets. We had 8 field, 2 south and center. BG4, OL4 is here in the camera column. DX the glass with the water. M1 is the man. G1 is the glass. And when you start animating it, and you've got your layout drawings as a guide, and you can use the layout drawing as an animation drawing if you want, if it's the right kind of drawing that you want to do. The point where he grabs the glass of water, and we've got this many frames for him to grab that glass, we could say he actually grabs the glass here, and this is settle here. When he actually puts his hand on the glass then goes to his level, so we take it off. You indicate that by putting an X here, draw a line. This stays here, and then we're going to do drawing 3, 5, and 7, and 9 is the final pose. So then if we want to use this as our drawing, our animation drawing, we can call it M9 as the final drawing. We can call this one M1. And then we want to do the next drawings. So let's take up some of this paper. And we can turn on the light. Let me check and see what we're seeing here. So what we could do is drawing 3, which is his hand coming up from below table height, and you can do here, this, and you can have a foreshortened drawing of his hand coming up. Go like that. And then everything else, shoulders up a little bit. Everything else is kind of a trace back. if you're doing limited animation, you would only animate the arm. But we're doing prime time, and we want to have a certain look to keep the drawing of the guy alive. So this would be M3. And the next drawing for his hand to come up would be around like this. That's 5. And 7 is going to be basically just like 9, but 9 is the settle drawing. So we want to do a thing where his thumb is up like this, and his fingers are open like that. Yes. So then, check those drawings. So there's drawing 1, drawing 3. His hand comes up into the shot. Drawing 5. Drawing 7. And then drawing 9. And when you flip the drawings, you see the action happening. And he grabs the glass. And then you want to finish off your drawing here. When you do this type of trace back, and each trace back is a little bit different, this is called keeping the drawing alive. It gives a little bit of wiggling, and it keeps the drawing from looking like it's just a held cell. So there's that, and then here's 9, the last drawing. And on the sheets, and we put this all the way down. We'll go back to G1 when he puts the glass down. So we have drawing 1, then we have 3, 5, 7, 9. 9 is the settle. And then he's going to lift the glass up. So that's going to be 11, 13, 15, 17. He's lifting the glass up and tilting his head back. So if this one is final drawing 17, so we need to do drawing 11. To go from that to that. And maybe it's easier if we take the drawings off and use the light table. And now we can see the drawings easier. And if you want, you can do it in blue pencil first. You see the action there to there. So your first drawing lifting up the glass would be, his arm would go like here. See a little bit of the bottom of the glass as he lifts up. You see his fingers. And if you like how that looks, then you can darken it in. Now, as he lifts the glass up, you want to make sure the level of the liquid is believable inside the glass. And he would stay mostly the same. So that's 11. And then our next drawing is going to be 13. And again, you can do your drawing in blue to figure it out first. And there's an arc to come up like that. Level of the liquid. Kind of like that. And you might want to start tilting his head back just a little bit. You can rough it in like this. That's 13, and then we need to do 15. 15, the glass comes to his face. And the liquid is going down. And his shoulders came up, so we'll do an in-between drawing of his shoulders going up. Here's his ear and the hair. And we said this was 15. So let us look at what we have and see if we like it. So first we had drawing 11, where he's lifting it up. 13, he's tilting his head back as the glass is getting close to his face. 15, the water is going down his throat, and there's connecting to his face. And there's how you would animate the shot. And then for him to put the glass back down, which is number 4, we would just reuse drawing 2 and the in-betweens that we used to get up there in the first place, which are these drawings. Just reverse them on the sheets. So then you're put glass down, and we wanted to do that one fast on ones. So we would do 15, 13, 11, here, 11, and we go back to 9. So let's see if we got that. 15, 13, 11, 9. 11 would be on 2s, right? So 9, 11, 13, 15. Need a drawing here. Could do a, yeah, let's just leave it like that. 15, 13, 11. It puts the glass down really fast. Goes back to 9. We just reuse our animation. So that's how you can do a real quick scene, animating your shot of the guy, the glass of water, puts it down by here, and just reuse your drawings. There's no liquid left. You can write a note here. And when he's got the glass up, you can animate a level that has the liquid going down his gullet, and that could be on a separate level, and that could be drawing, you can start it here, L, 19, L21, L23, and that's the liquid going out of the glass down his throat like that. And then as he's putting it down, you lift that level up. To account for that level up here, you put an X, draw a line, and that tells camera that there's going to be 3 levels of animation cells, and that here's your liquid going down his throat. No more level for liquid because it's all done. And that goes down. Glass is held. And he's held. So there you have it. Give it a try for yourself. If you have any questions, let me know. And we'll see you next time.